I'm joined now by independent journalist Eduardo Quay. Eduardo, thank you for being with us for more on this story. Tell us, Eduardo, more about the most important conclusions from this report.
Well, this report really is quite direct and quite honest about what happened and France's attitude and its behavior, its actions prior to and during the Rwandan genocide. It's a very harsh report. It says that the French how the French acted represents a political, military, diplomatic, ethical, and administrative shipwreck, and that is the word that they use in the report, shipwreck. However, it also concludes that France was not involved in the genocide itself, and it says that despite the Rwandan pleas for arms, no French arms were sent to the Rwandan government once the genocide had begun. So on those main points, which have always been open to question in all of the years since the genocide, the report is quite clear. But nevertheless, France does not come off very well in this. It comes off as a country that simply did not see this coming and should have.
Eduardo, I imagine that after the report is released, there will be those who say there are many issues that are not addressed in this report. Do we know what they are and why?
Well, there are some issues that are not addressed in the report, but everybody here pretty much agrees, including the media, commentators, that this, and including the Rwandan government, as a matter of fact, that this is a major step towards establishing the truth as to the French role in this genocide. One of the things that has not been discussed, that they have not been able to come up with the answer, is who exactly shut down the plane that killed both the Burundian and the Rwandan president at the time. And the shooting down of that plane is widely seen as the spark that set off the genocide. We don't know who did that. The other thing we don't really know about is the role played by President Mitterrand's son, Christopher Mitterrand, who was his father's Africa man. The commission was not able to find the documents, his personal documents, and could not examine them. And they pointed that out very, very clearly.
And indeed, Eduardo, the former president, Francois Mitterrand, he's at the heart of this report. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yes, Francois Mitterrand comes off very, very badly in this report, it must be said. He comes off, he took a very personal interest in this. He had a very personal relationship with President Habyarimana, the man who was killed, who was president at the time and who was killed in the plane crash I mentioned. Habyarimana convinced Mitterrand that Rwanda could become a laboratory for a new French policy in Africa, that is to say, that France would support Rwanda in exchange for Rwanda becoming democratic, which of course did not happen. Now, the report says that France was blind, again their word, blind to a regime led by Habyarimana that incited racist violence and incited the genocide. And the report is filled with examples of aides and ministers to Mitterrand trying to tell him to look at the situation in another way, and he just would not do it. He was trapped by his own ideology. That is what the report insinuates. And also, it says that Mitterrand was just obsessed with the idea that this was a chance for France to increase its influence in Africa through Rwanda and to counteract what he believed was Anglo-Saxon influence, especially obviously American, U.S., and British influence in Africa. And he just did not see this genocide coming for several years, as the report says he should have seen.
A damning report indeed. We'll keep an eye out for France's response. Thank you, Eduardo Quay, for joining us this hour.
Thank you.